Welcome to the Charcoal Barbecue Kitchen, where everything is cooked with charcoal. Today we're going to be cooking up some quick and easy pork chops. And I grabbed here a club-sized $1.88 a pound package of about 6 or 7 pork chops. And I'm using my special rub and my special glaze on these to create just a delicious, delicious pork chop on the barbecue. So the recipe for my rub is found below. It's one of the best I've ever tried, and I've tried dozens and dozens of rubs on pork chops. It's a rosemary, thyme, coriander, salt, and pepper rub. It's very complimentary, very neutral, and it works really, really well. And then we're going to use some plum sauce as the glaze. And the next step here, if we notice the fat cap around some of these chops, is to score little notches into the fat cap all the way around each pork chop, and you want to make sure that you're using a sharp knife. Mine is not very sharp here. And this relieves the fat and causes the pork chop to stay flat rather than bending when you're cooking it. So I've set up a 2-zone fire, direct, indirect. These pork chops are about a 1/4 inch thick, so they probably don't need much indirect time. Now I don't worry about grill marks or anything like that. I just continue to develop the crust by constantly rotating them. And we want to get a very nice crispy crust for the flavor. You can move the pork chops to the indirect side when they're getting a little too hot, or if you need more space for the other ones. And we just want to continue that process. We're trying to cook it to 145 internal. If you cook it more than that, they tend to become less juicy. However, it's hard to test the internal temperature when the pork chop is really thin. After the crust is developed and near the end of the cook, you want to apply the glaze. And this is a plum sauce glaze, as I said. And it really complements the rub and the pork in general. So it's a very quick and easy recipe. I highly recommend it. So you're just going to try to get that glaze crisped up on both sides. And this whole cook took about maybe 5 to 7 minutes. So it's very quick. And the pork chop is done. Just look at that crust, folks. Wow. So juicy, so delicious. Delicious glaze on there, delicious rub. Enjoy.